Dr. Dre's my favorite. But anyways, the link is in the description for anyone who'd want to take their dress off and come on over. It's there. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat.
Triggered. 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 Triggered.
The link is in the chat.
Triggered. 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 Triggered.
That's right. That's right, Remy. Remy. Well, I'm right here. And I'll be home all night. La, da, 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 da. Well, you're in my chat, Bob. People do come on my panel. Only pussies don't. I have made no videos about no one. Hi, Meerkat. But every hit dog hollers, yipes! Exactly. Let's see. I have made no videos about no one. Show me a video I made about someone recently. Some expressions are so esoteric that without explanation, they make little sense. On the one hand, some expressions can be difficult to understand because their meanings are derived from historical context rather than just from the words themselves. For instance, the expression to bite the bullet would be hard to understand on its own. If you were new to English and I used the expression to bite the bullet without providing any further explanation, you probably would have no idea what I'm talking about. After all, biting a bullet makes no real sense when you think about it. However, if I gave you a little historical context and told you that this expression came from the military and the Navy, you would start to make sense of what I said a little bit. Then if I were to tell you that this expression comes from the fact that during war, some soldiers had to undergo painful medical operations, and to cope with the pain of these operations, especially without the use of an anesthetic on the battlefield, these patients had to put a bullet between their teeth and bite on it. You would probably understand the expression 100%. You'd understand that biting the bullet means doing something you may not want to do, yet that is necessary at the same time. On the other hand, some expressions are difficult to decipher because they use words or terms that are foreign to you. For instance, today's expression, A hit dog will holler. Will make no sense to you unless you know what a hit dog is. What does a hit dog holler mean? A hit dog will holler refers to the idea that people offended by a certain idea or statement will be the ones most likely to react defensively or even aggressively to it. In fact, in some cases, if someone makes an accusation, the individual who reacts the most vehemently is likely most guilty of said accusation. In other words, their reaction can be construed as an admission of guilt. For instance, an interesting story I read a while ago, researching this piece, goes as follows. There was this radio announcer who would play radio records on his show, and every once in a while he would say that he's dedicating the next song to whoever it needs to be before playing. Mind Your Own Business by Hank Williams. Mind your own business and you won't be minding mine. The funny thing is that every time he did this, people would start approaching him over the next few days, asking him why he had to embarrass them publicly like that. If that isn't an instance of a hit dog hollering, I don't know what is. What does a hit dog mean? Calling someone a hit dog started back at the end of the 19th century, sometime around the 1880s, in fact. The Washington Post asserted that the first one to use the proverb, a hit dog will holler, was Samuel Porter Jones, who was a lawyer turned pastor and preacher. As a matter of fact, Jones was known to use a larger version of the proverb, which said, throw a stone into a crowd of dogs and the hit dog will holler. Hence, this is where the idea of a hit dog comes from. It is the dog that got hit by the stone. And once you understand this context, it becomes even clearer where the expression derives its meaning. Throw a stone can be interpreted as making an accusation or saying an inflammatory statement. And the hit dog will be the one who feels that the accusation was directed at them or that the inflammatory statement was meant for them, both of which can be considered as signs of a guilty conscience. The evolution of the proverb, a hit dog will holler. Over time, the proverb was shortened from throw a stone into a crowd of dogs and the hit dog will holler to simply a hit dog will holler. This is not unusual when it comes to proverbs. In fact, over history, several proverbs have been shortened, causing them to get misinterpreted by the general public. For instance, blood is thicker than water was originally, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Anyway, a hit dog will holler really gained prominence in 2018 when it was used in the Florida gubernatorial election. The story is that Democrat Andrew Gillum was going up against Republican Ron DeSantis. Now, while Gillum was vying to be Florida's first black governor, DeSantis had been accused on multiple occasions of having associations with racist organizations. When this came up in the middle of one of their debates, and DeSantis was called out for his associations, he reacted emotionally and vehemently. He started going on a tirade trying to defend himself, but it came across as him floundering more than anything else. In response to his emotional defense, Gilliam said, my grandmother used to say, a hit dog will holler. Basically, what Gilliam was saying is that DeSantis' emotional reply is proof of his guilt. Naturally, you can imagine that it didn't take long for Twitter and the media to pick this story up and spread it like wildfire. The proverb in other languages. The idea of guilty people overreacting to statements and implicating themselves all the time is not a new one. It has been around for some time and is evidenced by the fact that other proverbs in different languages say the same thing. For example, in German, there is a proverb that goes, Der griffige Hund bellt. Der Hund is the dog, and der griffige Hund is the hit dog, and bellt means to bark. So the proverb reads, the hit dog barks. In Arabic, specifically in calligraphical Arabic, like the one used in Egypt, there's a saying that goes, whoever has a bump on their head will be the first ones to touch it. Again, the implication is that if the statement offends you and hurts you because it hits you where you already have a bump on your head, then you most likely react and touch that bump. Every hit dog hollers. No one backstage yet. Hi, Motley. The link is in the chat. Yeah. Sorry, Nene. Somebody bothered you. I was off reading something. Leave people alone. I don't see that I've bothered anyone. Unless every hit dog hollers. What do you mean leave people alone? I'm not triggered. Wilma! We are waiting for anyone that wants to come take a link and speak up. Yeah. Over where? I don't know what you're talking about. It's just little old me over here. I should be real easy. Should be real easy to handle me since I'm not that intelligent, right? Triggered, yeah. I was triggered. I wanted to watch 10 hours of paint drying rather than the current content that we have to choose from here on YouTube. But this will be an all skate. Everyone may skate. Put your skates on and roll on over here. Yeah, it just says triggered. I'm triggered by 10 hours of paint drying. Hi, Motley. Fancy seeing you here. How's the hubby? Isn't she, though? I like the videos that Nene puts up. There is no games. What are you talking about? Are you confused? I have no idea what you're talking about. I do know that I'll be home all night. And I'll be home tomorrow. And I'll be home the next day. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh.
It's time for some straight talk.
Oh, I hate commercials. I can't stand commercials, but I love this scene that I'm about to play. Just let this little commercial go. You know, we got to get our... This is my favorite scene from De Niro out of Cape Fear. This is how I feel sometimes. No one backstage yet. Could you be there? Would you be there? Come out, wherever you are. It'll take a few more lumps of my redneck head to settle me down. Listen to this scene. Counselor.
Counselor! Is that you? Counselor!
Come out wherever you are.
I ain't no white trash piece of shit. I'm telling you.
Oh.
I can outlearn you.
Thank you.
I can outread you. I can outthink you. And I can out-philosophize you. And I'm gonna outlast you. You think a couple of whacks of my good old boy Gus gonna get me down? It's gonna take a hell of a lot more than that, counselor, to prove you're better than me.
I am like God. And God like me.
I am as large as God.
He is as small as I.
He cannot above me, nor I.
Beneath him be.
Salacious.
17th century.
Counselor. Counselor.
Could you be there?
Could you be there?
Would you be there?
Could you be there? Counselor.
Ah, fuck it.
I wonder if you're here.
I wonder if you're here. Ah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
No sympathy. I have nothing to do with that. I have no idea what y'all are talking about. I'm gonna get me some of them there French fried taters. The original 1950s version was just as good as the one that Robert De Niro did in the late 80s. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Boo-hoo-hoo. I don't know who you're talking about. It's all fun and games till somebody gets an eye put out, ain't it? But anyways, the link is in the chat. Ain't nobody gonna pull up and ain't nobody gonna come talk to me outside. They're gonna hide behind that little computer screen is what they're gonna do. You just ate and you're so full. And then he's gonna be pooting later. She's gonna be pooting everywhere. I have no idea what's going on. Receipts or it didn't happen. What you talking about? Can somebody take a link and tell me what their main malfunction actually is? And that's a hell of a Canadian flag you got there, Mary. Nobody gonna take a link? Hey, KCL. I'm getting this impression that somebody'd like to have a couple words with me. You're not playing these games? What about it? You know, there's tons of videos about Xanax on the internet. I don't think they're directed at one person, but you know, I just gave that reading on every hit dog hollers. What's happening, K Smalls? It's tough to be popular, isn't it, K Smalls? Haters be hating. Bash for cash. Some people can't even sleep at night thinking about what they're going to say about K Smalls tomorrow. Uh-oh. I'm about to get a verbal thrashing. You gonna give me a verbal thrashing, young thing?
No, I'm too tired. I just ate. I'm so full.
What'd you eat?
Spaghetti.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, it tastes better the second time around.
It does, because Tria's still alive, homie.
A reacher is in the chat. You must have ate too much. Did you have garlic bread with it?
No, I didn't. I just had.
Why?
And I didn't even have a lot of noodles.
Did you make the sauce or did you come out of a jar? Don't lie.
I didn't make the sauce. What the hell? I worked. I had to come home. I had to eat fast. I can't be making sauce.
You said ain't nobody got time for that.
No. I used the little Hunt's jars. You know, the little Hunt ones. They're small.
Yeah, the Hunt's is really good. The Hunt's is good. So now you're going to sleep like a baby.
I hope so.
After you shower, of course.
Of course.
Nothing worse than butt cheese in the bed.
Ew, gross.
I know.
So this lady on TikTok, she's like, wait, I gotta get it right. What did she say?
Are you having a blonde moment right now, Nini? You're not even totally blonde.
No, I'm not even blonde anymore at all. Just a little bit on the tips. What did she say? She said, my Chichi Meow Meow is not pink because I'm brown, right? And then she puts her like fingers up like peace sign, but she put them sideways, and then said, this is what she said. Roast beef. She said that. So I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, right? And so, of course, I did what any normal person would do, and I asked Ben.
Yeah.
And Ben told me what that was about, and that was gross. But then, yeah,
Ben is here. Ben is here to tell you. He will tell you if you ask him.
He will. He knows things too.
Yeah.
And so then people made like reactions to it, and then one called hers a penis fly trap.
Oh man.
And then I forgot. Oh, and somebody called it a coot or something. I don't know, but it was funny.
I wonder what happened to all the cooter trolls.
Hey, Nini.
Oh, you're up here. I was saying hi to you in the chat. Hi.
Are you feeling any? Are you feeling any better? I prayed for you the other day when you said.
Thank you. Yeah, my back was out for a couple days.
Oh.
Feeling a lot better. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't even know what it was about. I just said, give her some comfort, Lord. She needs it.
Thanks. I was hurting earlier this morning, but since the rain is let off, it's a lot better.
The rain seems to make that worse, right?
Oh, heck yes.
Yeah, it makes everybody's joints compress.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Did they leave any skin on your butt from dragging you around YouTube for the last few days or no?
You know, here's the funny thing about that. You know, we were on my stream, what was it, a week ago, and I stood up and I showed my boobies. You know, I saw having a little bit of fun.
K Smalls, I saw that, and I have to admit, I did rewind.
Okay, well, listen, you know, my husband was sitting right here next to me when I did that. Like, I have nothing to hide. He laughed his butt off, okay? It's not like I pulled my shirt up or anything.
Right,
you got to have some fun,
funny.
okay? I was on my panel. I decided to have a little bit of fun. You know, I'm not a fake Christian. You know, I don't even like putting labels on religion. I don't even like saying Christian. Right. I'm just a follower of Jesus. We all make mistakes. We, you know, Jesus allowed humans to have a sense of humor for a reason. Right. He created us to be able to have that. So, you know, if I get to the pearly gates and he doesn't approve, you know, I'll say I'm sorry. You know,
I tell you, God had a sense of humor because look at some of the people He created.
That's what I'm saying. He allowed us to have a sense of humor.
Right.
So, okay, whatever. It is what it is. I know where my heart stands. So, but yeah, my husband, like, I'm trying to hide something from my husband. No, I don't hide anything from my husband
Is that
No.
what
at
was
all.
said? That you were trying to hide
Yeah.
that from your husband?
No.
All you did was
I went
grab
behind
your
his
boobs.
back.
So
That I
what?
went behind his back, and I'm a bad Christian for that.
Oh God, come
Mhm.
on, that's
Yep.
silly.
He was
And
sitting
did,
right.
did they say that before or after they left the church?
I don't know.
I was just wondering.
Oh goodness, I don't know. But you know what? We need to have a little bit more fun around here.
I
Saying
agree.
it used to
Fun?
be fun. You know,
Well, for some people, fun involves hurting other people.
how often have I done any? I've never done anything like that ever.
No, I've
Ever.
never seen you. You were definitely out of character like that. I was surprised by it. That's why I rewound. I said, "Did she just do that?" And then Molly goes, "Those are nice."
Yeah.
Oh my word!
You had to pay for hers. Yours is natural.
No, I paid for them.
Did you? Okay.
Yep.
Well, you got your money's worth. Hi, Pepper.
Hi, Pepper. Hi,
Them things-
Carlos.
Them things are right up under your chin, ain't they, girl? But hey, I'm just being funny.
I know you are. It's okay. It's all good.
Carlos is really pushing that shanty.
I don't even want to go. I don't even want to
Carlos,
touch that.
You know
No,
what?
I
I
don't.
watched a little bit of that and I said, okay, I want no more of that. I got enough drama over here. That's bad stuff over there. That's bad. I agree with some people about it, but no, that's not for me. I don't even really want to speak on that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know. I mean, like sometimes she streams so much, so sometimes, but Bad Wolf told me about that person like months and months ago, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know.
No, I don't mess with that.
No.
Not this one. But you know, K Smalls, you get a lot of criticism because you like to question things. And I think that when people question things, that's how you figure stuff out. You ask, you research, and you question, and that's how you figure things out. If you don't question anything, you'll just believe anything that's put in your way.
It's not like I just pull things out of my butt and be like, okay, this is this and this is this. I've done my research.
Yeah.
I have done my research and I pray about things. And, you know, I have to feel led on what is the truth and what's not. Why
Right.
are certain books removed from the Bible? There's a reason. Okay.
Right.
The Ethiopian Christian church still has the book of Enoch, which talks about hollow earth in their Bible canonized.
Yeah.
The Catholic Church has admitted to excluding the book of Enoch, which is Old Testament, from our Bible. They've excluded it, meaning removed it. It was once in our Bible. So, you know, people, do your research, watch my videos in full before you criticize it.
They're interesting. Things are interesting, you know. And you know, another thing that you can take to heart, you take this with you. You know, the good book tells us that you have to be the salt of the earth. And what they meant was salt, if it loses its tang, you know, then what is it? Salt was something that they used to sprinkle on manure, human manure, to disinfect it. So you can't be the salt if you're not around the manure. And sometimes the manure really stinks really bad, but you continue to be that salt, and sooner or later you'll disinfect it. So you stand strong.
God also tells us to have a childlike mind.
I just try to be a good person.
That's for sure. He gave a lot of people that, didn't he?
I just try to treat others like I want to be treated, and I mean,
Amen,
I struggle with that. I mean, like that enough is hard. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think that what is it? Isn't that the golden rule?
Yep.
I mean, you know, if you just try to do that, I wonder if people would say as much as they say. And I say stuff too. I'm not saying
we all do. We're all human.
Yeah.
None of us are perfect. We all fall short of the glory, right?
Yeah, we can't be, you know, you can't play the victim all the time. You can't
Right.
always be a victim. You just can't.
Nope.
If you're throwing shit at people and you get it, they throw a little bit back at you, don't cry about that.
Right.
Don't cry about that.
If I spoke on every time I was talked about, I'd be live or putting out videos daily, constantly. But I don't do that.
Listen to this. It says right here, Ladybug says, fake Christians are interesting to Bryan. Well, no, what people like you, Ladybug, what they do when they use the words fake Christians and you're not a Christian is they remind me that the promises in the Bible are true, because the Bible does tell us that when we come to Christ, when we first come to Christ and we speak out for him publicly, there'll be people like you that try to bring that down. And those people, again, are called scoffers. And it's right in the book, and it was written thousands of years ago. And here you are today throwing that thing. So thank you for reminding me that the Bible is true.
But this is the thing, Brian. All right, I don't know what's going on with Sarah. You guys are still fighting about the same stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, somebody said Sarah was streaming you, or Sarah was wanting you over there.
I haven't mentioned her name for days. I said I wasn't going to speak her name. I wasn't going to talk about her, and I haven't.
So that video you put up about Xanax, was that about Sarah? I didn't think it was.
No, that was a video about what Xanax addiction does to people. I've been there.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, I just,
But I did read this.
Xanax is a devil drug, and I know that she went on her panel and said that she was using. I think that she was trying to quit. I just, you just got to be the bigger person and just.
Well, more power to her. But the fact of the matter is I didn't mention her name. I haven't mentioned her name, and so if she feels like that's about her, then maybe she needs to take a look at herself.
I will drag you to Nunny. Serendipity's 5-subject notebook. Sarah has a notebook too?
I don't see that. Oh, okay.
Well, you could drag me out.
What are you going to drag any about? Is if dragging makes you feel better, then maybe you need
if it makes you feel better, drag away.
And if the truth bothers people, then maybe they need to take a look at that part of the truth that's bothering them.
But somebody's going to come in here and not in their own account and tell me they're going to drag me. Okay.
Don't preach to me, you slime bag. That's kind of what Satan said to Jesus after he fasted for 40 days and was hungry. Don't preach to me. I'm gonna come to your chat, but don't you talk to me, you slime bag.
I really wish I could fast. I really wish I could do that, but with my illness, I can't do that. So.
Well, if you do choose to, you can fast from other things. It doesn't have to be food. You can
right. But
you can give us something that you really like. Yeah, give us something you really like for 30 days.
In the Bible, it literally means fasting of food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I would love to experience that, but diabetes, you can't really do that. I'd probably pass out and not wake up.
Well, you know what, K Smalls? There are some diabetic fasts if you look them up. Seriously.
Type 1?
I was talking to 180 about it. There are some.
Type 1 or type 2?
Well, I'm not sure about the types, so you'd have to do your research.
Okay, so I'm insulin dependent. I'm type 1, which is a juvenile. Has nothing to do with weight or anything.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You're little anyway.
My pancreas literally produces no insulin. Okay, so I have a pump that puts insulin in me 24/7. I have to have food to regulate that. So there's no way that I could go without food no more than a day. There's no way I could do a 3-day fasting. No way at all whatsoever.
Well, the thing of it is God knows what you suffer, and if you pray to him and tell him you want to fast, he'll show you how to do it that will be sufficient to him, and you can still get your food. You know that, right?
Well, I'll look into it, but you know, it's you also don't want to. God gives us minds, and he gives us thoughts, and we're smart enough to know what's good for us and what's not.
Right. So, and he knows your heart too. So if you really want to fast and serve him, because that just brings you closer to God when you fast. If you really want to do that, then he knows that. And if you can't, he also knows that.
Right.
Look how cute Pepper is. Pepper's so cute.
I love Pepper.
Yeah, me too.
Pepper's crazy when you piss her off, though.
I'm sure you
we all can be. Yeah.
Yeah, once or twice. She tries to get through my thick skull sometimes, but she's been steadfast and she's stuck with me through a lot of stuff. So
yeah, she's a good girl. I
try to be nice to her. No, this is not a Christian chat. But if it was, it would be anointed and we would be given the correct things to say. Angry Slobster.
I'll pray for you, Angry Slobster.
Y'all need butter. That's all you need.
Butter?
Y'all just need butter.
Parquet.
Yeah. I can't believe it.
Hi, Lisa.
Parquet.
Nini ate a big old plate of spaghetti and she's starting to get bubble guts right now.
I did. I'm stuffed.
I cooked a casserole last night. Oh my gosh. It was good. It was good, but I'm telling you, I had to take like 3 gas pills afterwards. I don't know what it was awful. Beans? No, I think the cream of mushroom is what make.
Oh,
Oh, I used to say gas and cream and mushroom in the same paragraph. Oh my God. That sounds like a mess. I had tuna steaks with jasmine rice today.
Nice.
Pretty good. I'm trying to cut the salt out of my diet. So I'm eating a lot more tuna, a lot more rice with no salt in it is terrible. But
I bet.
it fills you. It's filling. It's bland, but it's filling, and it makes me not want to eat things.
A bag of rice can go a very long way,
Yeah, it
especially
can.
when it comes to prepping. Yeah.
Right.
I have tons of bags of rice around here.
I've
Just
got
in case.
all kinds of different rice, and if she buys them and they got seasoning in them, I just rinse all the seasoning out of it. Now, rice and sun-dried tomatoes by itself is pretty good, and then you chop up an avocado and put it on it while the rice is still hot. That's actually good. That's actually I saw that somewhere, and that actually tastes really good.
Yes, Chloe. Jasmine
live
rice is so good.
I can live on that. Yeah.
With
But
lime too. Jasmine rice with lime.
So as soon as you lay down, Nene, you're gonna go straight to sleep.
It sounds like it, right? I'm tired.
Yeah, you work hard, don't you? You be on your feet all day long.
No, it's actually been like really slow.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, I guess that's better off.
Well, yeah, but you know how it is when you're slow. The time just drags.
Angry Lobster says, Tupac is calling me. Come with me.
Hail Mary.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know. I'm assuming that's an account against Makeup Monster.
Right.
I don't like any of those accounts. I mean, you know.
As long as they're not putting their name in it, they're not being too terribly.
Yeah.
Hi, Carla. If you're not being
I get so many named after
You're
me.
roboting.
I am?
I really don't have a problem with Makeup Monster. She's got a right to be here just like anybody else. I guess she doesn't bother me, so I don't engage with her. So
Am I still roboting?
no.
No, you weren't. Ryan was for a second.
I don't know what goes on. I don't know what goes on with that. I didn't hear it.
Carla.
I mean, I don't know. You know.
And Carla shows up with her bangs.
Hi, Carla.
She's gonna get mad at me later for that. But she looks cute with those bangs. You know what I'm saying?
She's been getting some crap as well.
I'm not saying you're not harmless. I'm just saying. I literally had like 9 of them. 9.
There's
9 of what?
Nunny Doxing Queen.
Oh,
Nunny
Lord.
CUNT. Nunny.
Well, if you can't be popular without a hater. You just can't. If nobody's talking about you, you're doing something wrong on YouTube. Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, really though. I mean, I don't know. Like, why? Even I'm guilty of this. Why do we watch people that we don't like? Why do we sit there and watch that?
Well, the thing of it is I don't watch. I'm making effort not to watch, but people will come and tell me. People will come and tell me. They come and tell me, and I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not mentioning people's names, and I'm being able to vent how I feel without being too direct.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Ginger Locks. Sorry.
Yeah, Ginger Locks.
She's in the bushes.
Oh, we're good, Ginger Locks. Everything's fine.
Behaving.
Misbehaving has opened up
some beautiful people.
She's opened up a channel where she's going to show home redecorating and home remedies and stuff like that. That's peaceful and colorful and positive.
Yes. And she's talking about ADHD on Sunday. I will be there.
What? What'd you say? I wasn't paying attention.
Shut up.
I tell people all the time my attention span. I get sidetracked. So look, a kitty. So easily. I grew up with ADHD.
Me too.
And the sad thing about it is it's hard to pay attention. But the good thing about it is people with ADHD are typically known to have an extremely high IQ.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they focus on something that they enjoy, I would get my schoolwork done so quick. And I was always student of the week, honor roll. And I would get it done so quick that I had nothing else to do with my energy but cause trouble.
I haven't shared this with anyone, but they used to call me Squirrel in high school.
Yeah, Squirrel.
Squirrel, yeah.
Were you like one of the Geico squirrels?
No, I'm really small. Okay.
Yeah,
and
you're
like
tiny.
My friend, I was friends with everybody. You know, you got the preppy people, you got the rednecks,
Yep.
you know, I didn't have an enemy in school. Okay.
Yeah.
And they used to pick on me, but it was a friendly So they used to literally like pick me up and like put me in like in a, like they had paper trash bins, not the ugly, nasty trash cans, but like the paper bins in school for like recycling. They had them separated. Yeah. They would always pick me up and put me in the paper bins, thinking I couldn't get out. It just as a joke. But yeah, this one guy was talking one day, and I thought he said squirrel. And he didn't say squirrel. I just misheard him. And I said squirrel. So ever since then, like since my freshman year, they called me squirrel. It was just, kind of squirrely as far as ADHD goes. So
Tuck and Roll says there's no correlation between IQ and ADHD. That's where you're incorrect, because these kids and young adults that have ADHD are well known to have a higher IQ.
I couldn't like, so I went back and I looked. My mom saved every report card ever, right? And so I just wanted to get really thin for my wedding. So I was like, well, how could I do that? And I'm like, oh, how do the stars do it? Well, they take Adderall. Well, how do I get Adderall? So I looked it up, and they said, like, they were explaining this ADHD, and I just started crying, and I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I have ADHD.
Oh no.
And it says like, but I'm like, I'm an adult, right? And that's like a kid thing. And so I went back. She actually saved all my report cards, and on every single report card it said, Jennifer is very nice, but she's very talkative, or Jennifer doesn't stay in her seat.
You're pretty hyper. Yeah.
Very, very hyper. Well, if you have ADHD. Yeah.
I tell you, Nate, I wanted to ask you something, because when I was younger, I was extremely hyper, right? And even though I did well in school and I didn't get too much trouble in school, I was extremely hyper. And the way they did back when I was growing up was they would try to medicate you right away. So I went through Ritalin, Tylert, Mellaril, Thorazine.
Wow.
And then and then all these drugs, right? I would be like a zombie.
Right.
And they would say, well, he's doing fine now. It's because I've been asleep for like 3 weeks. So that's why, and I do believe, in all honesty, that when they give you those types of drugs as a child, that it's like a pre-genetic disposition, and it leads to other things. So I went through the phases with Soma and Xanax, and Loracets and Loratabs. I went through it, and I know what it does to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way that you can quit those types of things, there's no meeting going to help you. There's no counseling going to help you. The only way that you could quit those types of things is to become sick and tired of them.
Mm-hmm.
Or not be able to get them anymore.
Well, you can always get them. And the thing of it is I switched from those downer type of drugs. I said, well, let me just do this. I started doing upper types of drugs, got myself hooked on coke, right? So I probably snorted up 3 or 4 new houses, a bunch of new cars and stuff like that before I got sick of that. And the whole time I never smoked pot. I never smoked weed. So when I quit, I did use the meetings and stuff to help me with the cocaine addiction. It's a little bit different. So when I got over that, when I was finally good and I won't touch that stuff anymore, I needed the crutch, so I started smoking weed. And then I did that that's all I would do. I never went back to the pills or the coke or anything like that. So it's easy for me to sit here and say, you can get off that stuff if you want to, because I did. But
it's the devil. It's the devil. Xanax is the devil. I'm sorry.
Not everybody's story is the same, and I do understand that. But I also understood that it took a lot of. I got counsel from people with tough love. I got a lot of tough love. Well,
I feel bad for anybody who has a problem with it, because it's so hard to get off of. And then, like, I just quit cold turkey. I tried to eat all mine, was the problem. And then I learned that you can't really overdose from them. Oops. But I had all that shit in my system, and it was terrible. It was like I was like one of those people on, those TV shows where they're the drug addicts. Yeah. And then they get better at the end, or they take them to, sometimes they get better, sometimes they don't. Intervention. I was one of those people.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, absolute recovery to where someone never ever goes back to the drug of their choice is very rare, without a couple relapses, and that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And when people relapse, we can't coddle that. You can't. Yeah, you can't. You have to tell them you're being stupid right now, and you can't be an enabler. You can't. That is my own experience, though, for me. It might be different for somebody else, and I do understand that as well.
I know, Alley Cat. Like, so I get Adderall, and I get the highest dosage. I get 70 milligrams.
Well, Ritalin now, Alley Cat. The thing with Ritalin in children is, it is a speed, but for somebody that's already hyperactive, it acts as a downer. It really does. It's reversed. Yeah. So
yeah, my son was given Ritalin. He was a complete zombie, lost so much weight. I was like, you know what? This is not my son. He is not to be taking this medication. I took him off of it. And still to this day, he makes A's and B's in school. No medication.
Good.
Ritalin really does counter it turns hyperactivity to the opposite. It really does. Yeah, Chad
was a genius. I swear he is.
Yeah, most the people that I know that had ADHD and ADD always had a higher IQ. They're always very intelligent people. They're very articulate.
I don't even know how I got through school. I did horrible in school because I couldn't pay attention. And then when the test would come, I wouldn't. I mean, you know, school was very, very hard for me. Everybody's story is different. Everybody's different.
I did well in school. I mean, because I loved to go to school. I liked going to school, and I got along with everybody. And I did well in the classes, and I never experienced not being sort of like I was like in the in crowd with everybody like you, okay, Smalls, and I never experienced. I saw bullying going on a little bit, but I never experienced the bullying and the hate mobs and the gangs of people until I'm 50 years old. I come on YouTube.
Yeah, same thing.
I never knew that they were that like that out there.
It was never this bad, and I mean, like even from what I saw,
not
I
comparable
didn't get
at all.
bullied really, but I mean, like even there was this one girl in high school, they would always make fun of her, but they weren't even like they did it mostly like behind her back. Not that that's okay, but I mean they didn't do it to her face and make her feel bad.
I never experienced bullying. I never experienced bullying until I got here. I saw it happen to other people, and I would stick up for other people at points in times. But as for me, no, I never experienced bullying, and I never knew that I was good at the clapback because I never needed to be good at a clapback. I never had anybody coming at me. I never needed to.
Hi, Rochelle.
And I used to be. Yeah, it's you can't kill people with kindness around here. You just can't. They don't accept that. That doesn't put money in their pocket if the person they're coming after is really kind to them. It makes them look stupid, and then they just come at you harder.
But you could just, I mean, like if you stop talking about them completely, then that's normally why they're going at you, right? And every time somebody's went at me, it was because they wanted me to stop talking about them. So if I stop talking about them, then they don't talk about me, and I don't, you know what I mean?
Well, not
sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, not necessarily. Or you can make an indirect statement directly. You know, you don't have to mention people's names, and if they're triggered by something that you think or something that you put up, then I'm sorry, that's your problem, not mine.
Well, that's just their guilt coming out. See what I'm saying? If you don't say their name at all and they automatically think it's about them, then what have you been saying? What have you been doing? Yeah. I put out a video one time. It wasn't even directed at one. It was directed at one person, but a totally different person responded, did a whole panel, whole live. And I'm like, so what is this? Why are you putting me in your title? Blah, blah, blah. It wasn't even about you.
Yeah.
So why are you speaking? Right.
Right. Yeah. That's
weird.
Annoying.
Yeah.
But
well, you know, one way to get.
I never hated you. Okay, like whatever.
Well,
I've had my fights on here, probably with everybody, just about in the chat. I think. Right?
One way to kind of get at somebody without making a big spectacle of it is saying something or doing something that only they understand. Only them.
I kind of just got sick of fighting with people.
I'm kind of tired of it.
I don't know these people. I'm 45 years old. A grown woman fighting with people on the internet that I don't even know, that I'll never meet.
Well, it reminds me of that old Rallies commercial that had Seth Green in it, where he was going cha-ching. That's what they want. They need money and they don't want to work for it, so they get the opportunity to sit at home and just bash on other people because they have husbands that are taking care of them or they're not working, so that they have that opportunity to do that. So when I like when I go to work, I don't even I don't even think about it much, really, to be honest.
If you think about this stuff before you go to sleep or when you first wake up in the morning, something's definitely wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've been there before. I'm not putting anybody down that does. I mean, I've actually been there before, and you're just so uneasy all the time, you know?
Yeah.
But you also have a sense of humor, Ninny, to where you can look past it and laugh at it. You know?
Yeah, after it's done, I wasn't always like that.
Right.
I kind
She
of
puts
grew
up-
out of my, out of my.
She puts up the cutest
No,
videos.
you know what? I stopped white knighting. You know, honestly,
Mhm.
you have to fight your own fights on here. You can't.
You're
fight
damned
yours
if
and
you do,
everybody
damned if
else's.
you don't when you white knight, because you're always going to say something that offends the person you're trying to protect. You can't ever do 100% correct on here. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I said that wrong. I'm sorry. So now I'm going to have to make a whole correction on what I said because I was given false information.
Right.
And, when somebody gives you false info and then you go and you speak on it, try to not speak on it. Go vet it before you speak on it, because I found out from a previous friend 3 times in a row I was given false information. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I don't want to deal with this anymore. How many times in the past was I given false info, took their word on it, and spoke on it, and I messed up? Not knowing I was messing up. So finally I started vetting things. And the last 3 times I was given info, I vetted it. I was like, you're wrong on this, 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 and this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm done. I can't do this no more. So I stopped.
It just goes so low.
You've done that with me behind the scenes. You're like, Brian, you're wrong on this, and then you don't want to discuss it anymore. Yeah, a couple things that we were talking about, and you just don't want to. You agree to disagree very easily.
But that's how good friendships work. You're supposed to be able to go behind the scenes and speak on things, and then be okay with things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're not interested in super chats and PayPal.
No. Nope.
Otherwise, you'd gather up 4 of your buddies and just pick on somebody all day long.
Exactly.
But it's just like I don't dislike everybody you dislike, and you don't dislike the people that I dislike. So then where do you go from there?
Yeah, it's like
we're all not gonna not like the same people.
Yeah, Ninny doesn't like Laura anymore, and I'm in a different place with Laura. So, there's Bad Wolf. There's Bad Wolf.
Hey, Bad Wolf.
He said, in other world news, the Keebler Elves are out, and it's not looking good for them. Yeah.
Are those your Q friends? He's got Q friends.
Like goodness. Bad Wolf, you follow the Q people.
He's trying to recruit me. I'm like,
You can't mix your P's with your Q's, Bad Wolf. Make sure they come out of the
As soon as Q said trust sessions, I was out, dude. I was out. Sorry. Can't do it. But I'm not going to hold it against Bad Wolf for having a difference of opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bad Wolf is full of interesting content.
What you going to do about it, Bad Wolf?
Carla said she's not. Look, Carla, in that picture, you don't have bangs.
Nope, she has a little bit of baby hair.
Up to something though.
I like that picture, Carla.
She looks like she's about to get the last cookie out of the cookie jar in that picture.
I can't see any of these pictures. I don't even know. Like Pepper looks like it's just red. I don't know.
Who, Pepper?
Yeah, I literally can't see them on my phone. They're so small on my phone.
Pepper's got big old red lips with eating the pepper.
Hi, Sassy Sarah.
Sassy Sarah. Yeah.
I hope Smelly Cat doesn't come in here because I finally got the dang song out of my head. Just saying.
What song was it?
Think about it, Brian. Hello.
I'm not sure.
I said,
Smelly Cat.
Stop it.
Sorry.
It's kind of like Uncle Cracker's song, Follow Me and Everything Is All Right. It gets stuck in your head because it's a Hummer. It's a Hummer.
I hate you, Ninny.
Okay, how about this? Baby shark, do 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 do.
I don't
put that one in your head.
I don't know that one, so I
you
can't.
don't know Baby Shark? What's wrong with you? Oh my god!
I like how StreamYards now shows you when your Wi-Fi is unstable. Isn't that cool?
Is yours unstable?
It's saying that right now.
Mine's been acting up too, though. I think it has something to do with I don't know. Bad Wolf told me somebody shocked somebody or something. I don't forget what it really said.
Bad Wolf. That was is slightly insane. Not
One time
completely.
after I got off a panel, he's like, just do not even talk about me because I don't know, I was messing it all up what he said to me.
I don't think JFK Jr. is dead. I will say that right now. I do not. I think he faked his own death, but that's just another story.
Now, what about his wife and the other passengers? What about
I think they're still living as well.
What about the weather? The weather and him being told not to fly.
That was on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would he fake his own death after he just brought out a best-selling magazine called George?
It wasn't actually best-selling.
It was very popular.
It's a kind of a flop, but just saying, the Clintons, I can't, I'm not going there, sorry.
Well, the Clintons
I
killed
don't like
everyone.
the Clintons.
I
don't think they killed anybody, but I don't like them.
No,
The Clintons were worse than Charles Bronson and all of the death wishes.
I just don't like him because he cheated on his wife.
The actual George magazine was failing. We'll say that, yes.
But it's very popular for a failing magazine. Jerry Springer, they said, was failing.
It was popular after the fact, after he died. And
okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
But
I'm kind of jealous of JFK because of Daryl Hannah.
JFK Jr. was a beautiful man. That's
He
what
sure
I'm going to
was.
say. Very beautiful.
Mm-hmm. He was an Adonis.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
So why do you think he would want to off himself?
Because he wanted to go on the down low. He wanted to go
I don't have it fresh on my memory at the moment, but when I was researching it, I kind of plugged it in. Yes, this was a conspiracy to where he would fake his own death. If you look into it, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'd have to go research it again and then talk about it. Sorry.
Yeah. I do know that he was very free to walk around where he wanted to. He didn't have
No, not true.
They had all kinds of pictures of him bicycling, walking in the park.
We can't.
I love you, Ninny.
I said bicycling and she started laughing.
Oh my gosh, he was beautiful. Oh.
Yeah, but so was his mother.
Are you on TikTok, K Smalls?
K Smalls official, yes.
Okay, so are you getting Whitey all over your feed too?
I can't open it on my phone. It won't let me edit my profile because I can't open Play Store for some reason on my dang phone. So I haven't uploaded anything to TikTok. I've seen TikTok clips, but as far as uploading, I haven't uploaded anything.
No, just looking at them.
Have
you been looking at him recently?
No.
This guy's like, he's like in every single video. It was funny, but now it's really annoying. Like
what is it?
Video. His name is Whitey, and he sings like old songs, and he winks, and he rolls his eyes and stuff. And all
you guys hold us. Let me get this call.
All the cougars are in love with him, and they're making mugs and shirts.
Really?
And all this stuff. Yeah, Bad Wolf's a big fan.
So his name's Whitey.
Yeah, that's his like last name, I think. He lives in Canada. But I mean, like, there's so many. And then, like, the women make up, they do, like, those reactions ones when there's two people on there. And they're reacting to it. And then the guys are reacting to it. It's a lot. It's like every other.
I haven't been on TikTok to see a whole lot. I've been sent clips. But as far as going on there myself and watching things, no, I've not done that.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Hopefully this will pass soon because it's just too much. Too much. I can sit on TikTok for hours, though. No problem.
Really?
Yeah, like they have a lot of nice ones, and they have a lot of funny ones, and a lot of animals.
Did y'all see where that woman pushed that grizzly off the ledge?
Yes, it made the actual news. So she looked like an older woman, but she was a teenager.
I wonder how much adrenaline she actually had. And then he jumped back over the ledge and was chasing after the fact.
So yeah, she pushed him, right? And then she's trying to round up the dogs. And you see the bear. It was so scary. You see the bear in the background climbing back over the fence. Like, oh no, you didn't, bitch. I'm like, that is so scary.
You know what, Baseball? I've been trying to figure out something with the StreamYards.
Yeah, animals.
How come the names don't show up under the...
You have to actually click it. You have to click show display names. You can click to where it'll show them or not show them.
Where do you click that at?
It's in the settings under guest.
Like, and people have some weird, like, pets. Like they have like those flying things. They're half squirrel, half bat. I don't know what those things are called. Yeah, they like fly around and they look like
Talking about
squirrels.
sugar gliders?
Yes, that's what they call. They have it
Yeah,
on there.
a friend of mine had some sugar gliders. They're amazing.
Those are
Some.
cute little things. Yeah, it doesn't give me that under guest under settings. It doesn't give that.
I'd have to pull it up. Hold on. Let me.
And mine used to show them.
Maybe you gotta upgrade.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to enter Studio on my other tab, and I'll tell you. Hold on.
All right.
I'm entering. Oh God, I'm entering my own broadcast studio. Is this
It was on CNN. Yeah, I saw it on CNN, but I saw it somewhere else too.
What the heck?
What'd you do?
I have no idea what this is. It literally, somebody named me Snow White.
That's what I put on there.
Oh, okay.
And it
So
won't,
that's
but it
cute.
doesn't show it.
What are you doing?
It doesn't show the name. I went under edit name.
I'm in my own studio, Brian, and it's calling me Snow White under my own thing. Are you kidding me right now?
All it says is
Hold on just a second. I'm trying to figure this out.
I know.
Hold on. Settings. Okay. So go to settings.
Hang on a second here. Settings over in under the broadcast. Okay.
Go to guests.
I'm going to guess.
Where is it at?
They
It's
smell
not there
pigs,
anymore.
don't they? Don't ferrets smell?
It's not there anymore.
It used to be.
Right. And some
It
people
used
have
to say show display names. Hold on, let me click show an avatar when a user's camera is off. Uncheck this if you want users to be completely hidden when their camera's off.
Mhm.
Interesting. They must have updated it.
Well,
Let me call. Hey, I'll contact my friend Gage, the owner of StreamYard, you all, and see what he says.
Does
Yeah,
he
because
give
the
it to
name-
you for free?
The names used to be
I
under
got
it.
it free for 1 year, to be honest. I
Good
did, and I
shit.
didn't realize it. Yeah, they gave it to me free for 1 year. I was like, huh, wow. Because I was like one of the first to sign up, and I kept promoting it. And I was like, cool, they gave it to me free for a year. It's not like they told me about it or anything, but I do talk to Gage on occasion. And, I did get it free for a year. So I
Gage,
don't,
like the little boy that they buried in the cemetery and he came back to life.
no fair.
What was that called? Pet Cemetery.
Yeah. Let me go to general.
Yeah, I was looking there too.
Shift videos up for comments and banners.
It's just not there.
It's not there anymore. I don't know.
That's
So
why I was
people-
asking if you knew what happened. There used to be something like that. That was
It
gone.
said click on show avatar
Yeah.
names is what it said.
I'd change your name to Oops Sorry.
Yeah, they're cute. They are cute, Pibs.
Weird.
But I don't
Is
know
that
how
how
I
you say
changed
it?
your name in your studio.
It's weird. You want me to show you? Here, I can show you a picture real quick. I'm going to send it to you. You can tell that I'm in my studio and it says Snow White. I'm like, where'd that come
I
from?
changed it. I changed it to Oops Sorry.
Oh, I want to show you though. You can
Okay.
tell this is my studio. Let's see, members only is what I had it typed because I was trying to get the members thing to work on StreamYard, which I think I haven't figured out, but I no longer have members because I turned them off. So hold on. I'm going to send you
Did
this.
you make any money when you had members?
I did, but here's the thing. I wasn't uploading, I don't upload all the time, so I don't feel like it's something that people should pay for if I'm not constantly uploading. I don't feel right in my mind to do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I turned them off. I turned them off last year, too, because I was going back and forth to Tennessee when my friend had cancer. And I'm like, I can't do this. It's not right. I just couldn't do it.
Hi,
Oh,
Kirby
man.
girl.
That's just me, though. To each their own,
I
whatever.
know.
I'm sure I have followers that would, pay no matter what just to support me, but I don't feel like it's right.
Yeah. See, I can't do that because it's like then you have to upload stuff and like I just go live and bullshit, I mean, like I don't know.
I wish we could do more than that. We could do more of just getting on here cutting up and without hurting anybody's feelings. I really
Well,
don't.
why can't we? We can. We just
We
don't.
can, but if you're bitter because you got panels of people picking at you, that bitterness shows. And
But if you don't listen to them, and if you tell people, listen, do not tell me when somebody's talking about me. That's what I've honestly done that. And then I unsubbed from everybody, and then I wound up subbing them back. I just like at the time.
yeah.
Okay, Brian, real quick.
do
The
not.
last
Yeah, I
digit
do have
in the
a
phone
Lyra.
number, do I send it to the 8 or the 5?
The 8. That's the
Okay.
Google.
Okay.
People are jealous of my viral.
Yeah, send it to 8. Yeah, send it to my Google. Everybody knows that number.
Nobody's jealous.
Yeah, send it to the group thing on.
I just sent it to you personally.
Oh, there
I
it
didn't
is.
want to send it to the group. But yeah, Snow White.
That's funny. That is funny how it does that.
I didn't know it did that. I'm like, why is it saying Snow White on my name?
And
I
why
didn't do that.
Why does it say you're not part of the stream yet?
Because I haven't added myself to my own stream yet. This is a Let's See members only. I was testing it out. It's in my
I
studio.
will put it back just in case you're stuck with that name.
No, I can change my name on mine. It's all right.
All right.
Well, like Carla, you offer things like you go live every morning and give somebody a place to come for an hour and a half to 2 hours. I listen to you in the morning.
Yeah, I try to. I try to not too
Carla, my channel's highly censored. They put some kind of flag on it. I promise, as God is my witness, I've never bought one subscriber. Okay. I don't know why it is what it is, but I should be getting way more views than what I get.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea. I can't explain it. And a couple of years ago, I emailed YouTube and I'm like, take whatever flag you've got on my channel off, please. Yeah. And it started going back up. And then ever since that last video I had was taken down, it's like they put the flag back on my channel. I'm like, really? Come on now. Because that GAB video I put up was literally struck.
Bullshit, bad word.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. There's certain things I don't want you talking about.
You did not give me my viral. I found that all by myself. So you know how Laura, when she's live and she's like, oh, they don't got any views or whatever, and I'm like, I wonder how many views one of my videos have. So I went into my studio or whatever and I looked. I was like, oh my God. It was like, I don't know at the time, like 300,000. And it just kept going up every day, up. And then I'm like, I was like, obsessed with it. I'm like, this has to stop. So I'm like, once I put it out there, it'll stop, right? So I started telling people in chats and stuff, and sure enough, it stopped. But it was in like some weird loop. It's just something I took off TikTok. I would never. I would feel terrible if I made money.
150,000 views on like a 1 minute video. And I'm like, girl, I have been here for almost 14 years, and the most I've ever had is 276,000.
But then there's like, it goes from like 600,000 to like 7,000 is another one, that little boy dancing. And then there's like another video that's like 4. And then it goes like 200, 100.
I was jealous.
Why? Come on. That's so stupid. It got in some weird algorithm or something and then it popped out.
That would have been funny if you'd have been like overnight YouTube famous for that one video. It can happen.
That would have been bad. That would have been terrible. It's some guy's stuff. And this is the bad thing. Like, he had said I could use it, but I don't even know if he was really him, because somebody made a bunch of videos about that guy.
Well, if anybody ever says that you can use their stuff, you screenshot that, put it in an email to yourself. That way you have it documented. And if it comes back, you can show that as proof to YouTube.
I had one get 148,000 overnight. Chris Watts video overnight.
My biggest video. How many, Brian?
148,000 overnight.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, well, I found when they put out the 2,000 page discovery, I was reading through it and I noticed that he was looking up that song "Battery" from Metallica, right?
Right.
And I knew the lyrics that said "Cannot kill the family," and I got in there and I looked, and then we found out that those oil tanks were called batteries. And I put it up and I put the song up and people locked right on to that. And now it's all out. It's all over the place that he was looking that up.
You're such a dork. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Shoot,
he embarrasses you, doesn't he?
Sometimes,
he makes you blush, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I love it.
The big bad wolf.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, but that's your own work, Brian, right? Your own video that you did. I mean, mine's not. So never. I mean, it's just a weird fluke.
And I didn't get struck for putting the Metallica actual song in there. I thought I was going to get struck, but I didn't. And that was monetized. I made a lot of money off that one.
Can't you put up songs if you put the lyrics in them?
Well, it depends. Some songs you can, some you can't, and you don't usually know which ones you can or can't.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to. It's a test by test. You know.
If you put up a cover, if I would put up a cover of somebody singing Metallica's Battery, those hardly ever get struck.
Yeah.
But
Well, none of my Bieber ones.
About that stuff. Metallica went after Napster,
Mm-hmm.
and so you would assume I assumed it was going to get struck, but it didn't. Never did.
Those were the days, right? Napster.
Yeah, Napster was great. Man,
I was making CDs for every freaking body.
I made CDs. I had a big collection of them.
I still have some of them.
And then after that, there was BearShare. Remember BearShare?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
I bought all my music. I'm a good
BearShare
girl.
was the same one. Well, I would just take all the songs that I liked, and just put them on one CD, and so I'd have something in my car. I wouldn't have to change the radio. Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna close it down. I gotta get to bed. I'm glad it ended
It's
up
late
being-
for you.
Yeah,
What time is it?
I'm usually in
Is
bed
it
by
9 o'clock?
Yeah, I'm usually in bed by 9. Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm old, Nene.
Yeah, you are your grandpa.
I'm old. But I'm glad we ended up having a nice discussion and having a decent little channel here. It started out with something bad, so
It's been nice. Yeah.
yeah. So
I love you guys.
well, take it easy.
You too,
Thanks for
honey.
coming up. Thanks for coming up, Case Smalls. I'm always glad to be blessed with both of you ladies' presence.
Oh, well, thank
Well,
you.
you guys, everybody have a really good night tonight. Bubbles, you
Yeah.
gotta be going to the store.
I'll see y'all later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.